I haven't been following a lot of it, and I can't be alone in that, partly because it's impossible to follow the Commonwealth Games. I don't know who's running the BBC, but they need to take... I'm going to send them a mirror in the post. They need to take a look at themselves. You try following a sport, and unless you're unemployed and have nothing to do during the day, then you will tape it, right? It cannot be done. It is a physical impossibility to tape any event on the BBC that runs during the day. And it's not just the Commonwealth Games. It's anything that they cover for a long period of time. They did the same thing to Glastonbury. They did it to the Olympics. I don't know why they do this, because it's so irritating. It's like they're going out of their way to annoy the people that pay their wages. So they will start with an event at, let's say, 10 o'clock in the morning on BBC One. And that at 11 o'clock, for no apparent reason whatsoever, that event will switch to another channel. Because on BBC One, for instance, they have an important repeat of some bloke going around people's attics and finding stuff that's not worth much. Treasure in the Attic or some stupid show like that, you know, or some daft cooking show. And it's all repeats is the thing. And so for an hour or so, the event that you've been trying to follow will then switch to a different channel, because they apparently must put the news in there. Why? They have a dedicated news channel. And so it flip-flops between channels, and it's absolutely impossible to follow anything that they put on. What is going on in their minds that makes them do this? It's mystifying. And you read in the newspapers letters of complaint from people say, oh, all this sport, it's an outrage. Bargain Hunt was cancelled because of some, for the World Cup. As though anybody's life is so bereft of enjoyment that they would miss a repeat of Bargain Hunt, that they would bemoan the absence of some repeat showing of a daytime television programme. Just clear the schedules. Make one channel dedicated. I mean, how simple is this? Make BBC Two the dedicated sports channel, or BBC One. It doesn't make any difference. The stuff that they're showing on there is... You'd have to be rendered immobile and sitting in front of a television that people are just putting you in front of as like an adult babysitting service. Just put something colourful on in the corner to amuse them, and then we can go down the pub for 3 hours. Because to watch daytime TV, all of which is a repeat anyway, it does imply that you have absolutely no quality control in your viewing at all. And so to complain that something like a cheap Antiques Roadshow knockoff has been cancelled because of a major sporting event, it's just preposterous. But that can be the only reason that they do it. You follow something on BBC Two and then it stops for like an hour and a half because they've got some bloke in a loud suit going around the fairs picking up bits of old silver. It's just, and they do that because of the complaints that they'll get from their ancient daytime TV audience. If anything is changed in any way, because if there's one thing that people do not like, it's change. Tadworth. Hello, Deanna.
Hello, Nick. You haven't been hysterics. You're always the most amusing of all presenters. You are so right. I thought I was just getting very old and very grumpy this year, because the one and only sport I actually enjoy watching is blip, 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 blip tennis. And they did that switching from channel to channel the whole bloody fortnight.
Why do they do that?
I had no idea. I mean, I like you, unfortunately, even though I mentioned I still work. I work at night, and I'm not always around. I haven't sort of woken up properly when the tennis starts.
Yeah.
So I thought, no problem, I'll Sky Plus it. No problem. Bloody hell, I had hardly anything that was properly recorded.
Now, you see, Sky Plussing it is is a light year away from the difficulty that we used to have when it was videotape.
I know. You couldn't even have thought about
Well,
doing
exactly
it then.
right. You just give up any hope.
I know. I just thought, oh, God, this is crazy. If you can't actually watch it when it's on and think, oh, yes, now I've got to change to BBC Fin, then you've got to change it. And I looked at some of my sort of, on my Sky planner, what I put in, and I thought, do you know what? That looks like it's some bloody old idiot. And I mean, I'm fairly ancient, but I do know how to use the Sky Plus business. And it really, in the end, I just gave up. I mean, the only match that I had recorded that I wanted to keep recorded, and even that they mucked about with, was the final, the men's final, which was an absolutely superb match. But they mucked it even at the end, Nick, when you had to switch channels just before Djokovic was going to try and say his piece when he was all emotional. Well, you never saw that because you had Sue Barker saying, oh, yeah, I think he's in tip, and then you had to change channels.
You're kidding. I'm
not kidding at all. It was just so stupid. And I mean, I don't know how easy it is to switch from BBC One to BBC Three. They're not near each other at all, are they?
Well, no. Particularly if you're trying to find them on HD. They're all over the place.
I know. Exactly. It's just that there's no sort of rhyme or reason about where they are in the numbers game. It doesn't go sort of BBC 1, 2, and 3. Oh no, nothing like that. One's sort of like number 125 or something, isn't it? You know,
it's like they're deliberately setting out to annoy the people that pay their wages. Why are they doing that? It's like there's no overseer. There's no one in charge.
No, I know they do just what they want, don't they, all the time? And it's very annoying because I mean, some of the programmes are quite good. Some of them are worth watching.
Not really. Not many. Be honest. Couple. Every now and again. Once or twice a year. Here, Deanna, I'm going to have to go. But cheers, my dear.
Lovely
talk. We're going to have to continue this conversation on our sister channel. 0345 6060 973. Nick Abbot, LBC.
On FM, online, on your mobile, and on digital radio. Leading Britain's conversation, this is the Station of the Year, LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 11 o'clock.